It is a blessed Sunday. Welcome to the Lord Aboga TV newspaper review. Straight away we start today with the Sunday Nation, whereby its main headline is unease in Raila's camp. As you can see, Raila's camp now that into the bread-based government, we have two factions. We have a faction that is pro-praise and worship into President William Ruto's regime, and there is that faction that has stood firm and decided to stay in the opposition side. We understand the praise and worship teams is being led by one and only Junet Mohamed.
Mheshimiwa Rais, sisi kama watu wa Azimio, kwanza mimi ndio kiongozi ya upinzani hapa Kenya kikatiba, kwa sababu mimi ndio minority leader. Wale watu wanatembea hapa kando kando wanasema ati hao na upinzani, hawa ni watu fake. Upinzani ni mimi. Hii mambo ya kuomba ruhusa kwa kila mtu lazima ikwishe. Na mimi nimeongea kama mkubwa wa upinzani. Kwa sababu serikali haiwezi kuomba ruhusa mahakama ili wajenge stima, waombe kanisa ili wajenge stima, waombe civil society ili waombe stima. Juzi mliona wale wako Nairobi. Airport yetu iko mbaya sana. Imeharibika. Waekelezaji wametoka nje kuja kusaidia sisi kujenga hiyo airport. Rais akasema kama wananchi wamekataa tumewacha. Sasa wale walikuwa wanapiga kelele, wapi maoni yenu, ambaye kwa sababu airport lazima itengenezwe. Nchi hapa jirani yenu Tanzania wanafanya ni hiyo mwekelezaji kwa hiyo airport ya.
That is the Sifuna East Member of Parliament is deeply into the praise and worship team. Then on another faction we have people like Orengo, we have people like Edwin Sifuna who are pro real opposition and still advocating for better governance, despite the fact that ODM and UDA, now that is broadly Kenya Kwanza regime. ODM, ODM now is in government. Now there is cracks. Previously Baba Raila Amolo Odinga used to say, let's go left. No one would question. Each and every person will go left. But now as it stands, there are two serious factions. You see, there are those who have decided that are not going into President William Ruto's regime. And there are those who are deeply in praise and worship. For instance, yesterday there were fireworks at former Raila Odinga's bodyguard, George Odwor in Siaya. Junet started by praising and worshiping Ruto. He even went ahead and started castigating the ODM Secretary General Edwin Sifuna. And a little bit the crowds were not happy with what he was saying. But alimaliza akaongea yake. Then when Edwin Sifuna came to speak, Edwin Sifuna believes he is who he is. Naye akasema tu maneno live and direct, how he's not in support of what Ruto's administration is doing to the Kenya people.
Nataka nikuambie Mheshimiwa Junet, mimi ni mtu mdogo, lakini kiti ambacho nimekalia ni kikubwa sana. Kiti cha katibu mkuu wa chama lazima kiheshimiwe. Lakini kuna zingine, Mheshimiwa Rais, wanasema Waswahili, mwiba wa kujidunga hauambiwi pole. Kuna watu kwa serikali yako kazi yao ni kushika handball kila siku. Sasa kama hii drama yote tumeona Nakuru, ati watoto wanakatazwa kufanya mchezo, sijui wanapigwa tear gas, sijui wanafukuzwa. Hiyo ni mwiba wa kujidunga, Mheshimiwa Rais. Wale ambao wanahusika na kufanya kazi yako ikuwe ngumu, read them the riot act, kwa sababu tunajua kazi yako ni ngumu zaidi, wasifanye ikuwe ngumu zaidi. Kwa hayo mengi nasema asanteni sana na Mungu amlaze George mahali pema peponi.
James Orengo pia kuachwa nyuma, pia alikuja akasimama akasema we cannot all fit into government. Some must be in opposition, others must be in government.
And they used to tell me that you must be in government. All of us cannot be in government. Just fight for your right. Just fight for your right. And you'll have a better country. Asante sana kwa hayo machache. I call upon Raila Amolo Odinga to come and speak.
James Orengo is among those allies who are completely not in support of President William Ruto's administration. Again, it was time that James Orengo took that initiative to remind ODM members who are now deeply into the praise and worship of President William Ruto's regime that before the broad-based government came in place, President William Samoei Ruto had to visit Siaya County, and it was only him, one and only James Agri Orengo, who received the president, and they went into the development tour with him.
President, when you came here the first time, I was the only one who was here. I was the only one. I was here because I was convinced that institutions must work. A lot of my, even Otiende here said he cannot come. I tried to persuade him. I was here alone with you because I don't praise, song praise. I believe that you're the president and we are going to talk.
Again, James Orengo reminded people of Siaya that it is not a favor that people of Nyanza region are receiving now development monies and development projects from the government. It is their right to receive those development programs and to receive the development monies because they also pay taxes.
Please, when you have something being brought to Siaya, it is a matter of right. It is not you're being given, it's a matter of right. It's a matter of right.
Again, on the Sunday Nation, we see now William Samoei Ruto has guts. He's saying that must go where? So President William Samoei Ruto is telling off critics that is not going anywhere.
Together, sisi tumesema kama ni kazi ya barabara. I have just said here, and John Badi is my minister, that out of the 60 billion we have raised, for the first time, this region is getting almost 5 billion shillings. And it is because they have free roads. We are going to build that into the future. And we cannot deny, we will be living in denial if we don't correct the mistakes of the past by making sure that we balance the country and balance the development of the country. So I want to invite all of us, sisi wote tushirikiane, tukubaliane, and criticism is mimi sasa nyinyi mnaniambia Ruto must go. Mimi nimesikia hiyo mara nyingi. Kulikuwa na Moi must go, kulikuwa na mwingine must go, kulikuwa na mwingine must go. Hii must go ni mambo tu ya kawaida, there is no problem. Ndio shida iko wapi? So there is no problem. Mara wananiita sijui nini Zakayo, mara Kasongo, mara nini. I am not bothered. Hii ni majina tu ya kawaida, lakini I am focused.
I think hiyo ni kifua anajipiga sahi kwa sababu amepata mtu wa kumshikilia. Again, President William Samoei Ruto had to thank Raila Amolo Odinga that if it was not for Raila Amolo Odinga, he doesn't even know where he would be today. Because anasema yeye alijaribu kushikilia Raila Amolo Odinga hapo nyuma, that is in regards to the 2007 presidential elections. Now it was time that Raila Amolo Odinga gave back, pia alirudisha mkono kwa kumshikilia now that is in the president. And remember last year's turmoil, last year's shake up. Sasa hapo ndio President William Samoei Ruto remembers that Right Honorable former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga yeye pia amemshikilia. But
the Honorable Prime Minister, I want to tell you, I am truly grateful that just the same way I stood with you when you needed a man to stand with you, you have equally come to stand with me when I needed a man to stand with me. I am truly grateful. And I want to say this for the avoidance of any doubt, that when Baba here came to stand with me, it was not about him. It was not about his interests. It was not about parochial or sectarian or narrow interest. It was about the greater interest of Kenya. And history is going to judge the Honorable Raila Odinga fairly, that whenever there is an opportunity to stand for the nation, he has always stood for the nation.
Indeed, it is very true. If it were not for Raila Amolo Odinga, William Samoei Ruto wouldn't be president of the Republic of Kenya today. I bet on that. Kwa sababu ile mbio Gen Z walikuwa wamekimbiza jamaa, maneno ilikuwa kidogo kidogo ichemke. I think that is up for the Sunday Nation. Now we directly move to the Sunday Standard, whereby the chiefs who were abducted in Mandera County, the main headline coming up by the Sunday Standard, state left us to die. The chief said that the state didn't put in any effort to make them released from the abductors, and it is only the Gare community elders who are fighting day and night to see them released. The chiefs who were abducted, just to go through the names, are the assistant chief of Wagadugu sublocation, that is Bwana Ibrahim Gabo. Then we have a chief for Urak Mado location, that is Chief Abdi Hassan Suro. Then we have a chief, senior chief for Dachabole location, that is Muhammad Nur Hache. We have another chief, that is senior chief for Wagadugu East, is Mohammed Hassan Kulmiye. Another senior chief for Wagadugu Adawa, that is Abdi Mohammed. These senior chiefs who were kidnapped expressed displeasure in how the government was handling their release, from starting from calling in for ransoms from the Al-Shabaab side to the basic negotiations. They say that it is only their elders from the Gare community who stood by them, who negotiated for their release.
Kwa majina anaitwa Mohamed Nur Hache, si chief wa Tabora location. Mmoja wao wa chief ambao walitekwa nyara mwezi uliopita. Sasa nimerudi salama, sasa hii niko kwetu nyumbani. Narushia shukrani Mwenyezi Mungu kwa kurudisha kwa salama. Baada hiyo narushia shukrani wazee wetu elders ndio walitufuatilia mpaka kwenye tulipelekwa na kuhakikisha kwamba tumerudi salama. Ya pili narushia shukrani kwa wale wa jamii na marafiki na Wagare kwa jumla wenye walitusaidia na maombi na hayo tu.
Nimerudi usalama kwa Kenya. Nashukuru wazee wangu ambao wameshughulika kurudisha mimi kwa usalama na Kenya.
Abdi Mohamed, chief wa Wagadugu, nimerudi na salama. Mungu amerudisha sisi. Shukrani ya
And God is good. They were released after 62 days in captivity. Then on the Sunday Standard, there is questions about over chopper crash report. You remember a former commander-in-chief of Defense Forces was killed in a plane crash. That is almost a year ago. And there are questions from the specialists in aircraft personnel who are lingering some uncertainties that since the plane had a new engine, it was unfortunate that they didn't realize, that is people from the Air Force aircraft wing, they didn't realize that it was overheating and has had different challenges despite the fact that it was a new engine. To that we don't have much to say, since it was our Sunday newspaper review. For this and many more stories, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Lord Aboga TV. Remember to press the notification button so that when we come up with these important news updates, you should be among first persons to like. Thank you. Till next time. Bye.